Good morning. In the last lecture, we have talked about infection. The second subunit in your first unit is a new chapter, that is immunity. In response to infection, individual will exhibit immunity. Or immunity is related to infection in the way that immunity is resistance exhibited by host towards injury caused by microorganisms and their products. So what is that immunity? Immunity is the resistance that is exhibited by the host against injuries caused by microorganisms and their host. This immunity basically is of two types: innate or natural immunity and acquired immunity. Let us see first what is innate immunity. Innate immunity is the immunity which an individual will exhibit because of genetic and constitutional makeup of that individual. So what is the important thing in innate immunity? Genetic makeup. Because that individual is genetically different, the individual will exhibit immunity. Why this happens? This happens because with respect to a pathogen for infection, the host is completely different physiologically as well as biochemically. Because of that, for the host, the necessary tissues, necessary cells, the necessary organelles, necessary conditions, they may not be there in that host. Because of that, the individuals, the persons are resistant to that. In this innate immunity, there is no any involvement of immune apparatus of the host. Rather, we can say that this is birthright of an individual. Because of birth in a particular species, say for example, all human beings, they are resistant to all plant pathogens. As they born in human community, as they born as human, they are resistant to all pathogens. You know very well there are so many physiological changes with respect to human body and plant. So the tissues which are there in plant, they are not there in them. As a result of which plant pathogens, they are not able to infect human beings. So innate immunity is birthright. And this innate immunity basically is considered at two levels: specific and non-specific. Specific is with respect to a particular pathogen. For particular pathogen in innate immunity, the body will show some special things. On the contrary, innate immunity is also non-specific. It is for general infections. Say for example, our skin secretes sweat and sebaceous secretions. Because of that, skin becomes resistant. Skin resists infections to all pathogens, all skin infecting pathogens which reside over it. So this is non-specific, general. To all pathogens, skin will affect or skin will work in the same way. The resistance over the skin will work in the same way. Now this innate immunity is considered at 3 levels. Species. So species specific innate immunity, racial or race specific innate immunity, and individual innate immunity. One by one we will talk about each. What is species specific innate immunity? Species specific innate immunity is the innate immunity, is the natural immunity. It will be exhibited by each and every member of the species. Like we have talked in the example, which in earlier part we talked, that all human beings, they are resistant to plant pathogens. The next is racial immunity. Among species, there are few races. So a particular race, a particular group in the species is classified into different races. A particular race in the species will show resistance to particular pathogen. For example, Algerian sheep, a race of sheep, is resistant to infection by anthrax. In that way, it was thought that all people with white skin are resistant to infection by Mycobacterium tuberculosis, and all persons with black skin are sensitive for infection by Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Later on, it was explained that the socio-economical status, high socio-economical status of white people and low socio-economical status of black people have made this difference, or this is the reason and it is not the ratio. The last is individual innate immunity. Every individual will exhibit a different degree of innate immunity. Now there are several factors which will affect innate immunity that we will discuss in detail. At this moment we are talking about the classification of immunity. So the individual's immunity is dependent upon several factors. Very important factor is age. Second important factor is nutrition. If an individual is old, or at the two borders, individual is sensitive to infection. In early age as well as in old age, individuals are susceptible. Nutrition affects immunity. You know it very well. If an individual is properly nourished, he will exhibit a great degree of resistance to infection. Hormonal influences. There are so many things we will be discussing afterwards. This is about innate immunity. The second type of immunity is acquired immunity. What is acquired immunity? The name itself indicates the individual acquires the immunity during life. Now, how that immunity is acquired? This immunity is acquired by introduction of an antigen in the body of host. This is called as antigenic stimulus. So prior contact of the antigen is necessary for this immunity. If there is no prior contact, acquired immunity is not there. Especially this is true for active acquired immunity. But it is clear that acquired immunity is not birthright, but after birth individual acquires it. So this is not rule that each and every member of community will have acquired immunity. Few people will acquire, few will not. Why this difference is there, we will discuss. This acquired immunity again is divided into two groups, active and acquired immunity. Active acquired immunity is the immunity which an individual will develop because of antigenic stimulus. That is, an antigen or a pathogen will enter in the body of host. It will interact with immunocompetent cells. Immunocompetent cell in response to antigenic stimulus will synthesize some substances which either are antibodies or lymphokines, and with these substances synthesized by stimulated immunocompetent cells, the individual will become resistant to the infection. So this is the immunity. This is the resistance which is developed by an individual due to antigenic stimulus. This active immunity again is of two types: natural and artificial. What is natural active acquired immunity? So natural active acquired immunity is the immunity which an individual acquires due to natural infection. Again we'll have the same example. From last March, COVID-19 virus have created havoc. So many people daily are getting infected with COVID-19 virus. And nowadays few people are thinking like this. That let's have COVID infection so that we'll not have any tension. Let's have COVID infection, we'll recover from infection, and then we'll be tension free. Why such types of thoughts are there? Why people are thinking like this? Because if infection is there, automatically immunity will be developed. So if there is natural infection, immunity which is developed after natural infection is active acquired immunity or natural active acquired immunity. What is artificial active acquired immunity? Artificial active acquired immunity is the immunity which is developed due to artificial introduction of antigen in the body. How artificially antigen is introduced in the body? Antigen artificially is introduced in the body by vaccination. Vaccine. What is vaccine? Vaccine is live or kill part. So it is either live pathogen or kill pathogen or any product of pathogen which is introduced into the body as an antigen, and against that antibodies, that is immunity, will be developed. All these things about detail will be discussing in later part of the chapter. Nowadays, you know very well, everybody is eager when the vaccine against COVID will be launched. What is done in that vaccination? In that vaccination, artificially the antigen of COVID virus will be introduced in the body, and the individuals, they will develop immunity. This is about active acquired immunity. The next is passive acquired immunity, and passive acquired immunity also is of two types: natural and artificial. Let us see first what is passive immunity. What is passive acquired immunity? In passive acquired immunity, ready-made antibodies are provided to the host cell. There is no involvement ready-made antibodies and the host will develop resistance. This passive immunity again is of two types, natural, artificial. What is natural passive acquired immunity? Natural passive acquired immunity is the natural transfer of antibodies from mother to fetus during pregnancy through placenta as well as after birth through colostrum. The antibodies are given to newborn baby. Naturally, the mother will synthesize because immune apparatus of the baby is not functional, immune apparatus of fetus is not functional, so the antibodies they will be transmitted or they will be transferred from mother to fetus through placenta during pregnancy, and this is the natural passive acquired immunity. What is artificial passive acquired immunity? The immunoglobulins, antibodies are synthesized outside, and then these immunoglobulins they are injected to the host. ATS, anti-tetanus serum, passive vaccine against hepatitis B virus. Yesterday only there was one news that monoclonal antibodies they will play important role in making vaccine against COVID virus. All these are examples of passive vaccine. Passive vaccine in that way is very much useful when the disease is at peak level, when infection is at peak level. This is all about classification of immunity. Let us have a fast review. Immunity is categorized into two types, innate or natural immunity, acquired. Innate immunity is the immunity which an individual exhibits because of genetic and constitutional makeup and due to physiological and biochemical changes. Innate immunity is specific as well as non-specific. Innate immunity is considered at three levels: species, racial, individual. Acquired immunity is the immunity which an individual acquires during lifetime. It is of two types, active, passive. In active, there is active involvement of the host immune apparatus. In passive, there is no involvement. On the contrary, in ready-made form, the antibodies are introduced in the host. Active immunity is natural. It may be developed due to natural infection or it may be developed artificially by introduction of vaccine, by use of vaccine. Passive immunity is also natural, that is transfer of antibodies from mother to fetus during pregnancy, and it may be artificial where ready-made antibodies are injected in the host. Thank you.